The story of Animal Farm begins with an old and wise pig named Old Major, who inspires the animals of Manor Farm to rise up against their human oppressor, Mr. Jones. His speech is powerful, touching on the injustices the animals suffer at the hands of humans. Old Major paints a vision of a utopia where animals rule themselves, free from human tyranny. The animals are filled with hope, and the seeds of rebellion are planted. Tragically, Old Major passes away before he sees the revolution, but his ideas live on. With Old Major gone, the animals, led by Snowball and Napoleon, decide it's time to act. They overthrow Mr. Jones in a dramatic and chaotic rebellion. The farmhouse is stormed, and Mr. Jones is chased away, never to return. The animals, now in charge, enthusiastically establish their own set of rules, an idealistic vision of equality that seems almost too good to be true. The pigs, being the cleverest of the lot, start to assume leadership roles. The animals, now free from human control, eagerly embrace their new system, which they dub Animalism. The 7 commandments are written on the barn wall, proclaiming that all animals are equal. The initial enthusiasm is palpable, the animals are hopeful, dreaming of a future where they can finally enjoy the fruits of their labor. However, the idealism is short-lived. The pigs, particularly Napoleon and Snowball, start to disagree on how to proceed. Snowball, ever the visionary, proposes building a windmill to improve productivity and ease the animals' workload. Napoleon, however, dismisses the idea out of spite, preferring to focus on consolidating his own power. The disagreement between the two pigs becomes a point of contention. Their rivalry intensifies, setting the stage for a power struggle that will define the future of the farm. Napoleon's tactics take a dark turn as he begins training a pack of fierce dogs in secret. These dogs will become his personal enforcers. When the time comes, Napoleon uses them to violently chase Snowball off the farm. Snowball's departure marks the beginning of Napoleon's unchecked rule. The once promised utopia of equality begins to unravel as Napoleon tightens his grip on power. With Snowball out of the way, Napoleon declares himself the supreme leader of Animal Farm. The animals find themselves working harder than ever, with fewer rewards. The pigs, meanwhile, enjoy the benefits of their new power, subtly shifting the original principles of animalism to suit their needs. The 7 commandments are altered one by one to accommodate the pigs' growing indulgences. The pigs quickly start to live in the farmhouse, enjoying luxuries they had once condemned. The commandment prohibiting animals from living in a house is amended to include with sheets. The animals, exhausted and disillusioned, are too tired to protest. The once clear lines between the oppressors and the oppressed blur as the pigs start adopting human habits. Boxer, the hard-working horse, becomes a symbol of the exploited working class. His personal motto, "I will work harder," reflects his unshakable dedication. Despite his efforts, conditions continue to worsen. The pigs' promises of a better life seem increasingly hollow as they indulge in the privileges of power while the other animals suffer. When Boxer's strength finally fails him, the pigs deceitfully send him to the glue factory, under the guise of a peaceful retirement. The betrayal hits hard, but the animals have little choice but to accept it. Boxer's tragic end epitomizes the extent to which the pigs have corrupted the revolution's ideals. The farm's transformation into a dystopia becomes undeniable. Napoleon's regime becomes increasingly tyrannical. To keep the animals occupied and distracted from their misery, Napoleon organizes spontaneous celebrations and parades. The animals are coerced into showing enthusiasm for these events, even as they continue to work harder for less. The lies and manipulations become part of their daily lives. The pigs start trading with humans, engaging in activities they had once denounced. The commandments are further twisted to justify these new behaviors. For example, the rule against drinking alcohol is amended to allow in moderation. The pig's hypocrisy grows more brazen, yet the animals are too weary to fully grasp the extent of the betrayal. Squealer, Napoleon's slick propagandist, reassures the animals that their lives are better than ever. He spins the truth into a web of deception, and the animals, weary and disheartened, accept his words as gospel. Squealer's speeches become increasingly absurd, yet his authority goes unchallenged. The power of propaganda is now fully in play. The 7 commandments are now a distant memory, replaced by a single, chilling rule: all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. This perversion of the original ideals is so blatant that it's almost comical. The animals, however, are too resigned to protest. They have become mere cogs in the machine of Napoleon's dictatorship. Napoleon's deals with human farmers signify the ultimate betrayal. The pigs, who once scorned humans, are now making alliances and engaging in trade. The farm's original revolutionary spirit has been completely corrupted. The animals, who dreamed of a life free from human oppression, are now subjected to a new kind of tyranny. Clover, the maternal horse, often gazes at the barn wall, trying to reconcile the farm's current state with the ideals of the revolution. The once clear commandments are now a blur of contradictions. Clover's heart sinks as she realizes the extent of the corruption. She represents the disillusioned supporters of the revolution who have watched it devolve into something worse than the old regime. The pigs host a dinner party with the human farmers, celebrating their new alliances. The animals watch through the windows, horrified to see their leaders enjoying luxuries with the very humans they once despised. The ultimate irony becomes clear: the pigs have become indistinguishable from their former oppressors. As the pigs and humans mingle, the boundaries between them dissolve. The animals can no longer tell who is a pig and who is a human. The revolution's dream of equality has been replaced by a grim reality where the oppressors have merely changed form. The animals' hopes of freedom have turned into a nightmare of oppression. The pigs, now fully immersed in human luxuries, revel in their new status. They walk on 2 legs, wear human clothes, and live in the farmhouse. Their transformation into what they once scorned is complete. The other animals, observing this change, realize the revolution has come full circle. Their rebellion, once driven by hope, has become a cruel parody. Napoleon's final act of betrayal comes with the announcement of new trade deals with the human farmers. The animals, who had fought so hard for independence, are left to watch as their leaders become indistinguishable from the very humans they once opposed. The revolution's promise of a better future has been reduced to a farce. The animals peer through the farmhouse windows, their hearts heavy with the realization that their struggle has been for naught. The pigs and humans clink glasses and laugh, enjoying the spoils of their collusion. The animals outside are cold, hungry, and powerless, their dreams of equality crushed. Inside the farmhouse, a minor argument breaks out between Napoleon and Mr. Pilkington over a card game. The brief glimpse of discord reveals the true nature of the rulers, corrupt and self-serving. The argument quickly ends, but the animals' realization that their new leaders are just as flawed as the old ones deepens their sense of despair. The final scene of the story shows the animals in their disillusionment. The pigs, now completely absorbed into human society, have become the very embodiment of tyranny they once fought against. The revolution, which promised so much, has resulted in a society that mirrors the one they sought to overthrow. The animals' lives continue in a cycle of oppression. The once promised utopia has turned into a harsh reality where only the strong and ruthless thrive. The pigs enjoy lives of luxury while the other animals suffer in silence. The farm, once a beacon of hope, has become a symbol of betrayal and failure. The story of Animal Farm concludes with a powerful message: revolutions often end up mirroring the systems they sought to dismantle. The pigs, who started as revolutionaries, have become the very oppressors they once despised. The animals' plight serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the fragility of idealistic dreams. The final transformation of the pigs is a grim reminder of how easily power can corrupt. They walk on 2 legs, wear human clothes, and live in luxury, embodying the very traits they once condemned. The animals, observing this shift, are left to confront the bitter reality that their struggle for a better life has led them back to where they started. As the animals reflect on their past, they realize that the revolution's promises were empty. The idealism that once fueled their fight for freedom has been replaced by a grim acceptance of their fate. The story ends on a somber note: underscoring the cyclical nature of oppression and the perils of allowing power to go unchecked. Animal Farm stands as a powerful reminder of the dangers of totalitarianism and the ease with which ideals can be corrupted. Orwell's fable serves as a warning that without vigilance and accountability, even the noblest of causes can lead to tyranny. The farm, now a reflection of the world beyond its borders, is a testament to the enduring struggle against oppression. The destruction of the windmill, a key element in Animal Farm, symbolizes the shattered hopes and dreams of the revolution. After Napoleon drives Snowball away and takes control, the construction of the windmill becomes a point of manipulation. Despite Snowball's original vision, Napoleon claims it as his own and forces the animals to work relentlessly to build it. The windmill's repeated destruction, first by a storm and later by human attackers, serves as a metaphor for the fragility of the revolution's promises. Each collapse underscores the futility of the animals' labor under Napoleon's deceitful leadership. In Orwell's Animal Farm, the manipulation of language and use of propaganda play a crucial role in maintaining control. Just as Stalin's regime in the Soviet Union employed relentless propaganda to rewrite history and consolidate power, Napoleon and his propagandists squealer alter the commandments and spin lies to keep the animals in line. The constant revisions to the laws, such as changing "no animal shall sleep in a bed" to "no animal shall sleep in a bed with sheets," reflect how easily language can be twisted to suit those in power. Through this, Orwell highlights the insidious nature of totalitarian regimes, how they reshape reality through misinformation, and how language, once a tool for expressing truth, becomes a weapon for distorting it. The revolution's ideals, much like those of the Russian Revolution, are gradually eroded, replaced by a regime indistinguishable from the old one. Thanks for watching.